just need space. That's what my wife told me. No explanation, no real conversation, just those 3 words. First, I was confused. Did she need time to think? Was she feeling overwhelmed? Had I done something wrong? But instead of begging for answers, I did something she never expected. I gave her exactly what she asked for. I stepped back. I stopped calling. I stopped checking in. I allowed her to have the space she wanted. And that's when something unexpected happened. I panicked. Suddenly, she was texting me constantly, asking where I was, who I was with, and why I was being so distant. But by then it was already too late. Because by the time she realized she wanted me back, I had already moved on. My wife and I used to be very close. We shared everything. We laughed together. We were best friends. But then something changed. She started coming home late. She was always glued to her phone, smiling at messages she wouldn't let me see. The little signs of affection, kisses on the cheek, holding hands, playful teasing, all began to fade away. First, I told myself it was just stress. Maybe it was work. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. Then one night, completely out of nowhere, she looked at me and said, "I just need space." I didn't know what to say. We were married. Why would she need space from me? Asked her why. She just sighed and said, "I don't know. I just feel like I need time to figure things out." And just like that, she pushed me away. So I did the only thing I could. I gave her what she asked for. And that's when everything started to fall apart. At first, I respected her request. I stopped starting conversations. I stopped asking where she was going. Gave her space. And for a while, she seemed relieved. She went out more. She began dressing up more, even when she said she needed time alone. She was always texting someone, smirking at her phone, a smile she no longer shared with me. The more I pulled back, the happier she seemed. But then something changed again. Instead of enjoying her new freedom, she started acting strangely. She would randomly check on me, asking where I was. She started texting me things like, "Hey, what are you up to?" Even though she was the one who asked for space. She'd get annoyed if I didn't respond right away. I remember the night everything became clear. She came home late like usual. I was on the couch reading, not waiting up for her, not asking questions, just living my life. She walked in, hesitated, and asked, "You didn't call me today?" I looked up at her and calmly said, "You needed space, remember?" And for the first time she looked worried. Because in that moment, she understood something. I was giving her exactly what she had asked for. And she wasn't expecting that. The more space I gave her, the more uneasy she became. She started coming home earlier. She began asking me questions instead of ignoring me. "How was your day? What did you do today?" Suddenly she cared again. About where I was, who I was with, and what I was doing. But I didn't play along. I remained calm, distant, just like she had wanted. And that's when she really began to panic. One night, she walked into the room while I was getting ready to go out. She leaned against the doorway, watching me. "Where are you going?" she asked. "Out," I replied, nothing more. Her eyes narrowed. "With who?" Shrugged. "Why do you care? You said you needed space, remember?" For a moment, she didn't say anything. Then she swallowed hard and quietly muttered, I didn't think you'd actually pull away this much." And there it was. She never truly wanted space. She wanted control. She wanted the freedom to explore whatever she was doing, without losing me. She expected me to stay in the background, waiting for her, ready to take her back when she was done. But now she realized she was losing me. And she couldn't handle it. Her panic grew with each passing day. The more I pulled away, the more desperate she became. Suddenly, she wanted to spend time together again. Suddenly, she cared about our relationship again. But by then, it was too late. Because I had already discovered the truth. One night, while she was in the shower, her phone lit up on the dresser. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't looking for proof. But when I happened to glance at the screen, the truth hit me like a punch to the chest. A message from a name I didn't recognize. I miss you. When can I see you again? My chest tightened. My fists clenched. But I didn't react. I didn't explode. I didn't yell. Because in that moment, I understood everything. She had pushed me away. Not because she was confused. Not because she needed time. But because she wanted someone else. And now that person had let her down. Suddenly she wanted me again. But what she didn't know was that I had already moved on. I didn't say a word that night. I didn't confront her. I didn't even let her know I had seen the message. Because I wasn't going to give her the reaction she was hoping for. Instead, I did something that frightened her more than anything else. I stayed completely calm. Over the next few days, she kept trying to draw me back in. She started acting sweet again. She suddenly wanted to repair our relationship. She even suggested going on a weekend trip. Something she hadn't brought up in months. I went along with it. I watched her try to desperately rebuild something that she had already broken. Then one night she finally broke down. I was sitting on the couch, scrolling through my phone when she sat down beside me. She hesitated, then softly whispered, "I don't want space anymore." I looked at her. "Oh, what changed?" I asked. She bit her lip, her eyes filling with tears. She knew. She knew I wasn't coming back. "I made a mistake," she admitted, her voice trembling. "I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted. But now I do. I want you." I let her words hang in the air for a moment. Then I looked her straight in the eyes and said the words that shattered her. "I don't want you anymore." Her face went pale. I gasped. "What?" she stammered. "You don't mean that. We can fix this." I shook my head. "No, we can't." Her eyes filled with panic. "I love you. I just got lost for a while. But I see everything clearly now. Please don't do this." I exhaled and stood up. "I didn't do this. You did." And just like that, I walked away. For good. She sat there frozen. Her lips parted as if she wanted to speak. To stop me. To beg me to stay. But for the first time, her words had no power over me. I didn't look back. I didn't pause. I walked to the door, picked up my keys. And without saying another word, left. And that's when it happened. She broke. "Wait!" she cried, scrambling to her feet, her voice shaking with fear. "Please, just talk to me." But there was nothing left to say. She had her chance. She made her choice. And now, she had to live with it. I heard her sob as I stepped outside. But I didn't stop. Because for the first time in a very long while, finally felt free. She stayed in that house. Trapped in a moment she could never change. She would text. She would call. She would try to fix what she had broken. But I would never answer. Because I had finally understood the truth. She never really wanted space. She wanted options. She wanted the safety of my love, while she explored something else. And when that fell apart, she thought I'd still be waiting. But I wasn't. I was already gone. And for the rest of her life, she would live with the one truth that haunted her the most. She lost me. And this time there was no coming back. Final message to the audience. If someone asks you for space, give it to them. And when they finally realize what they've lost, let them drown in the regret they created. The end.